Conspiracy theories, eh? Wait till you get a load of this.
Hello, and welcome to Cracked Sisters Conspiracies. We're a podcast that covers conspiracy theories, mysteries, and all over spooky shit. My name's Jackie.
And I'm Cassandra.
And we are Said Sisters.
Hello.
Wow. We are both sick.
Woo!
You sound worse than I.
But I mean, I feel fine other than just the gunky chest and the annoying cough. But
yeah, I feel okay. I just have postnasal drip and I'm just a little bit tired, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is my third iteration of sickness since last month. So next time I'll be sick and I just won't even know it.
Probably, yeah. You having a child sounds terrible because they just seem to just spread germs constantly.
Yeah, and she, with the exception of this last go around, she almost never gets sick. This is the first time she's been sick in years, other than a mild runny nose here and there. Oh, bitch.
How was camping?
Camping was an experience.
Yeah.
There was a lot of weather. We had a catastrophic air mattress failure, and which resulted in us sleeping on the ground. And in our late 30s, early 40s, our bodies are not made for that.
No, not at all.
We got zero sleep. It was pouring at night, windy during the day. It was fun though, but yeah, there was toads everywhere. There were tent spiders.
Yes. Oh,
there were mice that tried to get into our reserves, but luckily we prepared. This was our first outing without a safety net of having mom and dad with us. So we did not make it the entire length of the initial trip. So we did come home early, but we will be giving it a second go in 2 weeks. We're going to go up on a Friday after work and then just come home Sunday. So
okay. Dude, tent camping is fucking hard.
It is. It is. I mean,
last
we have
time Vickery and I went camping at I don't even know where. And yeah, my inflatable thing was either too inflated, but then in the middle of the night it deflates no matter what brand you have or how much money you spend on it. They always fucking deflate.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I can't sleep like this. So I got up and I went to go sleep inside my truck. But it was fucking freezing. And I'm like, this also isn't comfortable. And I just wanted to fucking go home, but he was asleep, so I couldn't leave him. I don't like it.
Yeah, it was sleepless nights. It was miserable. My entire body hurt when I woke up. But I ordered one of those 3-inch egg crate foamy at the backup just in case, and also to put with the air mattress. But the reason our air mattress failed is because we had an inverter to hook up to the truck to blow it up, but it wasn't strong enough. And it just burnt out and just so bad. But Grayson had a great time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so we're going to do a 2.0 because otherwise it's going to get too hot going into the summer. And then she has her first football game. They're on Friday nights starting the weekend after. So we're kind of, SOL for the next 2 months after that. But
I know when you texted that you were having such a terrible time camping, I'm like, oh, I'm going to wait to tell you that we're also going camping for my birthday. But it's glamping because we're staying in a cabin.
We will be in a cabin, yes.
And it's not on my actual birthday. So the probability of shit absolutely going to the fan, I think is very low.
I think so, because it'll be
my
right
birthday
after.
Will have passed.
Yes.
So technically we're celebrating mine and Billy's birthday because it's a week after mine and a week before his.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Me neither.
Well, I did not get any Dirty 30 themed things for Billy because he's also way older.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is, but he's well over 30.
I got
30 for a second.
Oh my God. I mean, you act like you're 12 most of the time. So
that's true.
So yeah, all the fun things to look forward to. Oh, and it's Easter this weekend and it's supposed to rain. It's going to piss rain. So no lemon ball. I don't want to do anything. So
I know Mom and I had talked on the phone a week ago. And she's like, I don't know what to do about Easter egg hunt. It's not the same. I don't think I'm going to do it this year. So I felt bad.
I think we'll just
She goes, we're still going to probably do lemon ball because I have too many lemons. She goes, but no, I'm sad about it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And we might have to rain check Lemon Ball because of the rain. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today. I have no idea what the forecast is.
Yeah,
I also didn't know it was Easter, so.
There's a storm coming in. It's supposed to start raining Friday through like Tuesday. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. But anywho, what's your topic today? Did you figure it out?
I did. So it was supposed to be, it's Bohemian Cove, not Grove. But I like couldn't get into it.
Sure.
And I'm like, if I'm not into it, I'm not going to like give a good presentation. So I switched it up. And today we are talking about Kate Yup, who is a mukbanger on YouTube.
Okay.
That people have wild theories about.
I'm curious about what those theories are.
Well, I'll tell you. Had to watch a lot of her videos for context, but I had to mute it because it's like someone is stabbing me in the brain with a knife.
Yeah. I go into full sensory overload. Mouth sounds is one of those things that, like, as soon as I hear it, I power down like a droid. I see nothing but red. and if anything catastrophic happens to my husband, it will be because he was chewing within a 10-foot radius of me. Like I have noise dampening earbuds that I have to wear when we're eating dinner.
Yeah.
Or I have to have the TV on or something because
mine's not that bad. It's just the isolated, because they pitch it and they tune it and they isolate it, so you're only hearing. And like there's one where she's eating a brick of honey and it's just such a specific sound, and I'm like, it sent me into overdrive to be fair. But all right, so Kate Yup, YUP, is a female YouTuber who released mukbang videos of herself eating very large amounts of seafood. For people that don't know what mukbang is, it's people that eat a tremendous amount of any type of food, and it's usually like ASMR around the mouth sounds of them eating it, and it's just like very gluttonous, and it's a lot.
And the people that enjoy ASMR with mouth sounds
are broken.
They deserve a very special place in hell. Continue.
In all of her videos, the camera is set so that her full face is never shown, and she is always seen wearing a blindfold or some sort of like covering that has like a nose cut out. So you can't see above her cheekbones, but you can see usually like the tip of her nose.
Okay.
So she's like famous for wearing this like blue headband almost with a nose cut out.
Oh, I see. Okay. Ew.
She posted her first video on YouTube 5 years ago on April 23rd, 2018, and she has a total now of 53 videos on her YouTube channel, along with 1.72 million subscribers.
That's far too many people.
Well,
so many.
Most of them are because of the conspiracy theory, not because they really enjoy listening to her slurp on some shit.
That makes me feel a little bit better. But...
So she has posted, like I said, 53 videos. There was a lot, but I'm only going to cover certain videos that kind of pander towards the conspiracy theory. So the first video I'm going to talk about, she posted 4 years ago, and it was titled 4 whole olivero leaves and 11 honeycomb, 3 salmon raw. So this is the video talking about where she's eating literal chunks of honey. And So in this specific video, many viewers were concerned because throughout the video, you can hear voices saying, hurry up, faster, just eat, and fast. I listened to the video. I could not hear it. I watched another video where they put up subtitles when the voices said it, and I guess you could kind of hear it. I personally did it, but that's just me. So that kind of like got people their attention up a little bit because they're like, okay, so this is like a girl. She's very thin. She's not showing her face, and she eats very fast. And literally her first video she ever posted was her eating 11 pounds of raw salmon, which is a lot of fucking food. So she eats extraordinary amounts of it. She eats the whole thing in the video. And the videos, I mean, they are a little bit edited, but it's crazy how fast she's literally just shoveling food, barely chewing. It's a lot going on. So people are watching it.
Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say, does she have like a purge bucket on the side where it's
not
like
that you see, but people are watching it and they're like, okay, so she's weird. She has her identity hidden. She's eating a lot of food. She's eating very fast. And now we're hearing people telling her, basically commanding her to eat faster, to do more. So they started getting concerned.
Okay.
2 videos after that one. It was titled 2 whole fish, whole giant squid, lobster, king crab, salmon, and tuna raw octopus, scallops, and shrimp. So that's all the feast that she ate. In the video, you see that her bottom lip is cut on what I'm assuming is her right side. And she has pretty significant bruising on the same side on her bicep. She has it up top and then it kind of wraps around. And she like waves to the camera and she's wearing a t-shirt so you can see the bruising.
Interesting.
If you continue watching the video, she starts tapping on the rim of a glass bowl at 5 minutes and 37 seconds. So again, it's only from here up, but you know, there's a big bowl in front of her and she just like is randomly tapping away on the bowl. So people are like, she's straight up doing Morse code. Like
that was going to be my question.
She's trying to signal fucking help or something.
Trying to communicate.
So people in the comments pick that up and they're like, oh my God, does anyone know Morse code? I think that's what she's saying. Kate then pinned a comment in her comment section. And I didn't know what pinning a comment was. So I had to look it
like
up.
Keeps it at the top, right?
It does. So it makes it so that no matter how many, because she gets a lot of comments on her video. So no matter how many new comments come in, it always stays number 1. And this is what the pinned comment says. It's not Morse code. That's not even how Morse code works. This is a series of short and long pulses. Even thinking outside the box by assuming she is using one finger for long pulses and one finger for short pulses, she taps 3 fingers on the bowl. It's just random tapping. There's no correlation between her tapping and Morse code. I couldn't identify a single letter. Every other claim, aside from the bruises, is just silly. Why would a captor let her edit her videos? That doesn't even make sense. And if Joe YouTuber could spot an SOS, do you think that the world wouldn't have saved her by now? It's only Morse code. I have memorized. Also, the bowl moves. So what? And it goes on and on. So people were confused because it seems like half the people thought she had written this comment because it kind of said her name at the top, but I think it's because she pinned it. So they're like, if it's Kate talking, why would she refer to herself in the third person?
Third person, yeah.
But I realized once pinning was, I go, no, she just found someone's comment that's saying you guys are all insane. She's not tapping Morse code. She doesn't need help. She's not being held captive. That doesn't make any sense. So she pinned that basically to say, like, I agree with this person. Thanks for caring, but you guys are kind of crazy.
Unless it was a captor posing as her who pinned it.
So that's what a lot of people say. They're like, they're trying, because it kind of does switch at one point from third person to first person. So they're like, oh, they messed up. So that's like a theory that it goes on. But like I said, her pinning this comment had the opposite effect. People are like, we're definitely now worried. Maybe we were a little bit before, but you just like solidified us being worried. In the next video, she posted, it was titled, I Am Alive. And that's all the title was, which is
that
weird.
That was a question?
So in this video, she still doesn't speak. I think she only spoke in the first couple of her videos. Like I watched the first one and she whispers very quietly, like, hi, everyone, or, you know, whatever the fuck YouTubers say. But since the second or third video, she does not talk. Sometimes she'll have subtitles, you know, randomly pop up throughout the video. And sometimes it's just words describing the food that she's eating.
Gotcha.
So on this specific video titled I'm Alive, there are, you know, random subtitles and one pops up and it says, hey, I am still alive, my friends. You can see me smile. Then like a minute later, another one pops up that says, everything is okay for me. Octopus tentacles, love that, because she happens to be eating a giant fucking octopus at that time.
Oh.
Another one, I'm eating with love and passion like in all my other videos. And then, look at me, you really think I'm forced to eat? And then lastly, prawn, just smaller than giant shrimp and easier to eat because I removed the skin. And it's kind of like, this is like random garbage. But if you look back at it, she capitalized the first letter of every one of those sentences, and it happened to spell out help.
Of course it does.
So people picked this up instantly and they're like, oh my God, she's asking for help. Someone should help her. Of course, no one does. But there's a lot of debate. Like, can we call 911? Can we figure out where she is? And people are just like, please, if you are actually okay, like show us a video of you going to the supermarket to buy all this food. Show us a picture of your face. Literally say something so we know, because you're just typing it out and you're being hella suspicious with it.
This is giving Britney Spears vibes, by the way. Yeah. Like, if you're in trouble, wear yellow.
And then she wears yellow.
Crazy dancing video.
So in her next video, which is titled, I dip seafood in my soda, 8 kinds of seafood. Whatever.
Ew.
This video also had subtitles, and it starts with, "Hey, I'm very well, as you can see." And then she posts some more random, subtitles throughout the video. At 2 minutes and 41 seconds, the subtitle reads, "As you can notice, I am happy and nobody is torturing me."
Okay.
Which is a weird thing to say.
That's weird.
You don't need to write it out. It's not going to spell something. I see you.
Oh, damn. I'm like,
this is just like random shit that a normal person wouldn't say. So at 23 minutes, 15 seconds, she just says, "Oh no, ... 23:24, she says, "I'm lying, ... 23:58, in fact, there is people torturing me every day, ... And also, she has broken English, if you haven't picked that up. It's very
I gathered
in her writing.
Okay.
And then at 24:17, all of those who are continuing to spread the rumor, ... And then the video ends. So people are like, "Oh my God, she had bruises. She had a busted lip. She spelled out help. She's saying people are literally torturing me. I lied about it." So people are going fucking bananas.
I can see why.
In her next video, which is titled "Cooking Brain in Waffle Iron and Eat It. Information's about me."
Ew.
So she's eating a shit ton of food per usual, including brains, which is gross. 44 seconds into the video, she momentarily stops and looks up. You can't see her eyes, but you can tell that she stops and she like angles her head up and then quickly goes back. But then she starts eating at a significantly faster pace, as if she were to look off camera because someone said something. And then she's like, "Oh shit." So now she's shoveling food into her face faster.
Ew.
At 1 minute, 43 seconds, she slightly pauses again and looks up again. And then the video cuts, like you can tell there was a cut in the video, and then it like goes back to her eating again. So obviously someone edited something out of the video. When normally there isn't cuts in the video, it kind of seems like it's a one take. And these videos are anywhere from 10 to 18 minutes long. They're not that long. In this particular video, she does not have subtitles until about halfway through. And then she says, "I'm wearing this blue mask because I don't want to reveal my identity to protect me. No one is here while I'm recording the video. I'm home alone." However, at 4 minutes, 10 seconds, the camera slightly moves when you can see that she is eating and she has not touched the camera. So how would it move if she's home alone like she said she was?
Does she have a cat who might have knocked the camera?
I don't know. But that was her last video for 3 years.
For 3 years?
So people are like, "Oh my God,
this
all
bitch
of
is
these
dead.
signs, she's dead." So people start freaking out until they notice on October 27th, 2022, she posts again.
Is it really her though?
I don't know.
Okay.
So her first video is titled, "Kate Yup is back. I am so hungry. I devour everything." And then the picture of the thumbnail, it's like her with her food. And then it says, "I'm alive" in it, because obviously people think she's dead, which is kind of weird. At the beginning of the video, she posts words, like I mentioned, that say what the food is, like fried fish, caramelized onions, shrimp dumplings, etc. A little later in the video, she has more subtitles saying, "I'm the only person in this place, no one else. I'm not kidnapped, tortured, or forced to eat, so please stop to circulate this rumor. Look at me. I am very well. I always a good appetite." And people are like, that doesn't sound like someone who wants to be saying these words. And not the broken English. It's like a very weird thing to say.
Yeah.
So then her subtitles go back to just showing the word, like descriptions of food. So then it says raw salmon, but salmon spelt a little weird. It's raw, all lowercase, then capital SALM, capital ON. So SO were highlighted.
SOS.
And then in the following video, she talks about something else that has a capital S in it. So people are like, she's saying SOS. After fucking 3 years, she's saying SOS. But people are like, I don't know if this is her. Because they're like, her mouth looks a little different. She just seems a little bit different. Like, it looks very similar, but they're like, we think the other girl was killed. And now this is like a dupe to make us think she's still going.
Sure. And yeah, because she's got a mask on, she doesn't talk. So it's like, it would be very easy. And I'm like, maybe she took a COVID break, 3 years, maybe she was alone, but then she wasn't. I don't know, but it does sound a little sus.
She also included subtitles in that video that says, "As you have already observed, I have difficulties to chew the food. I lost 3 big teeth, the back teeth." And this is while she's just shoveling food in her face. And it's like, if you're losing teeth, you've lost 3 teeth. Why are you still doing this? Like,
were they pulled out with pliers?
Or is something like you're just eating
rotting?
so much, your teeth are rotting. So people were very concerned about her adding that into the subtitles. At 7 minutes, 13 seconds, you can see she's sitting up against a table, but she moved back for a second. So you can see a little bit below, and you can see she has this like band around her abdomen, not like an ace bandage, but maybe like
a cummerbund.
I don't know what a cummerbund is.
That's what.
No, not the white thing that goes like under a fucking suit. It'd be like a piece of an exercise thing. I don't know. It looked very weird. It was like flesh colored, a little thick. I don't really know how else to describe it. But she like quickly like moves back forward, so it's out of the view of the camera.
Okay.
And then at 8 minutes, 16 seconds, you can hear what sounds like a male talking in the background, even though she keeps saying that she's alone.
She's
and this
alone.
one I very clearly heard. 2 videos later.
Oh, God.
She titles the video, "I am not kidnapped," which is 100% what a kidnapped victim would say.
Right? Like, she keeps saying that she's not, and I'm getting more suspicious every time.
Per her usual random subtitles, they say, "I love seafood so much," but it's the only thing that's capitalized is E. The next video, she says, "Salmon roe, my fave," but A is the only thing that's capitalized. And then the last one is octopus with P capitalized. So I don't know what the fuck EAP is supposed to stand for, but that one was that one. Okay. And many people in the comment sections of her newer videos, like I said, they don't believe it's her. They say her hands look a little bit different. Her teeth are different. I do think her mouth, or like her lips at least, look different.
Well, she lost a bunch of fucking teeth, I'm sure.
No, that's a good point. Plus, it looks like she's in a different location. It's still very narrowed into what you can see. It's very zoomed into her and her
background might be
different. The background looks just a little bit different.
Okay.
And then her last video, so most recent one, was posted 5 months ago, but the comments have been turned off since her second video after her 3-year hiatus.
That's sneaky.
They're like, also, you're going to come back after all this time, but now you don't allow comments. That was such a big part of your videos the first time. Like, that's just even more suspicious.
Yeah. And
so I was looking into her YouTube profile, and I saw that she has a couple of links. One is to an OnlyFans. Oh, that's interesting. And then in one of her newer videos, I was just looking through the subtitles. She like posts it a lot. She says, "You can chat with me, food challenges, and other ... Go to my OnlyFans, link in my bio." And it says that 5 times throughout the video.
What is she doing with those octopi on the OnlyFans?
I don't know, but I ain't paying to find out. But I'm like, that's interesting. I also found that she has a GoFundMe, which was set up on April 4th, 2023. So somewhat recently, I guess, a year ago now. And in the GoFundMe, basically she says she is suffering greatly from dental pain, and she's a situation where she can no longer eat properly due to the number of missing or damaged teeth that she has. Unfortunately, the necessary dental treatments to remedy the situation are extremely expensive, and she is not able to afford them on her own. And then she goes on to say a whole bunch of other words. So obviously, she didn't write that because that is written in very good English, and the way she speaks is not.
Yeah, that was very concise. And
it was. And it was multiple paragraphs long. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. She set a goal for 30,000 euros, but as of now, she's only reached 225 euros.
Oh.
So she's not really making bank off that.
I mean, maybe she's raking it in on the OnlyFans. You never know.
That was my second thought. But I also forgot to mention, there was a video, I think it's since been deleted. I didn't want to go through every single one of them. But she's literally in the middle of eating and she spits out her tooth. And she like shows the camera and it's rotted. And then goes back to fucking shoveling her face with food. So like her teeth are literally falling out of her face.
And I mean, if she is being like held captive somewhere and they're not like giving her things to fucking brush her teeth with and maintain her dental hygiene, and she's just eating and eating and eating, and all that shit's gonna get caught in your teeth. Of course it's rotting. Ew, it's like rotting due to old seafood. Sorry.
Okay, so now we're gonna talk about some of the theories of who this bitch is.
Okay.
A lot of people think she is this missing 16-year-old. On October 13th, 2018, well, now she's not 16. In 2018, she was.
Okay.
At the time, 16-year-old Carly Lane Gousset was reported missing by her parents after she left at some point in the pre-dawn hours in the area of Chalfant Valley, California. Carly left and her personal belongings behind, including her cell phone, which is weird for a 16-year-old to leave a house without your cell phone.
That is permanently fixated to your person.
Kate Yup's video started being posted shortly after Carly had been reporting it's missing. And if you look at the bottom half of Carly's face in her missing poster, some people think it does look like the bottom half of Kate Yup's face.
Okay.
So if you look up Karlieguse.
Okay. Yeah, I have the missing person ad up here. I mean, I'm trying to look at the chin shape.
I think the skin tone is very off. I think Carly looks like a white girl and Kate looks like maybe Filipino or something.
There's a tone there for sure. Yeah.
So per the FBI's website, Carly is still missing and Kate Yup is making content as of now. So technically it's possible that this is the same person.
Okay.
Another guess is that Kate Yup is a UFC fighter or is an MMA fighter. I'm sorry. So I saw a Reddit post where someone explained that she believes Kate Yup is former MMA fighter Johanna. Yeah, she has the most Polish name I've ever seen in my life. It's pronounced Young
God bless you.
So Johanna, it would make sense because she would have bruises from being an MMA fighter and training.
Okay.
She would probably have some loose fucking teeth from getting kicked in the face or punched in the face, which would explain maybe why her teeth are falling out. And then in all her videos, she eats, I mean, the amount of food is not healthy, but she eats high protein food. She eats salmon, she eats fish, she doesn't eat burgers and milkshakes and french fries. So it's like maybe if you're like a professional fighter on your off season, like that would be an okay way to supplement whatever enjoyment you get out of mukbang videos. I don't know.
Maybe. Okay.
So I watched a video interview with some dude named Drake Riggs where he interviewed Johanna for MMA Mania.
Oh, okay.
And in the video, Johanna's mouth and body type look almost identical to Kate Yup's. It is, in my opinion, it looks very similar. And she is originally from Poland, so she has a very specific accent. But if you are unfamiliar, it sounds like a French accent, which will come in play later.
So English isn't her first language then.
No, she's
either.
from Poland.
Oh, okay.
So in this interview, there was one part where the interviewer specifically asked Johanna about Kate Yup, because this is not the first time she has been claimed to be Kate Yup. So the interviewer asked her like, hey, I'm sure you're getting, tons of messages and people are probably hitting you up all the time, asking you if you're Kate and asking you if you're okay. And she doesn't deny it. And she just kind of like laughs it off and makes some jokes. And she goes, well, I guess we'll see if she comes back after June 12th, because I think she had a fight on June 11th.
Oh, okay.
And technically Kate Yup ended up returning to YouTube 4 months later in October of that year. So they're like, she literally said it and then maybe she came back.
Interesting. And the fact that she didn't flat out say, no, that's not me.
Like she didn't deny it once. She just like, oh, I didn't know. That's so crazy. Yeah. And like, it was very strange. So I was looking at pictures of Johanna.
Yeah. Because
Kate Yup has a mole like on her collarbone and then one slightly up her neck that you can see in the videos. I could not find a mole on Kate Johanna anywhere, but she wears a lot of sports bras, which would basically cover your collarbone. So I can't totally rule that out.
Okay.
But also, Kate does have a tattoo. She covers it up with either a wristband or folded over t-shirt or something. But technically, someone has seen her tattoo and it's a heart with an infinity symbol on the inside.
Okay.
Which apparently is the symbol for polyamory.
Ew.
So people that have multiple
to each your own, sorry.
Intimate relationships.
Sister wives bullshit.
But because it's a known symbol, it's not super unique. So tracking down who Kate is isn't as easy because it's not a very specific individual tattoo. Many people could have it
Okay.
to show that you're in that lifestyle. But Johanna does not have any tattoos on her wrist. So that kind of rules her out as being Kate.
Gotcha. Okay.
A good chunk of people think that Kate Yep is just some woman, they don't really care who has been kidnapped. They don't know who she is, where she would have been kidnapped from, but they just think that she's being held hostage, not fed for multiple days. So that way, by the time it's time to record a video, she's like ravenous and she'll eat all of this food in such a short amount of time. They say that could also explain her bruises, her busted lip, and then the alleged voices of men telling her to hurry up and eat faster.
Sure.
Other people, though, disagree with her being kidnapped and say there's no way that the kidnappers would let her edit her own videos and throw in these not so subtle help me please. And that if she was in fact kidnapped and they were dumb enough to let her edit her videos, there's a way that she could have given out more information or done something to be rescued.
Yeah.
Also, people say that if you are being starved for, even a week with no food, your stomach will shrink. So by the time you do eat, you can't possibly eat 11 pounds of food. It's physically impossible. So they say, people who are professional eaters, they practice stretching out their stomach. And it's like a whole process that they do. So there's no way that would be the case for her.
Okay. And also, like, if she were kidnapped, why would making mukbang videos be the thing that they make her do? Like,
right? Unless they have a really weird fetish and they just kidnap girls to make these videos.
Possibly.
But also, when you look at her nails are pretty well kept together, maintained. Yeah, that's a good word. She always has clothes on that don't look too dirty. I mean, I don't really expect her to be wearing fucking rags or anything if she's kidnapped, but she looks kind of put together to be a victim. So people are like, I don't know about that.
Okay.
There's also been a video that was removed from her YouTube page. Her last video before she disappeared for that 3-month hiatus, she posted a video, but apparently it's been deleted as of July of 2021. In that video, I was able to watch it thanks to Coding the Unknown's coverage of this topic on YouTube. And the video shows Kate Yup, and again, it's not her face. She's not behind a table. She's freely moving around. She's doing this experiment where she has a dead fish that she can't eat because it's dead. So she's like, instead of just throwing it away, I'm going to do an experiment with it first. So I don't know if maybe this was the height of the Coke and Mentos days, but she's like, I want to see if I put Coke and Mentos into this dead fish if it explodes. So
is it a 12-year-old boy instead of a grown woman?
Right? That's a very kind of childish thing to do, but
it's so fucking weird.
So she's like, she has a balloon, and for some reason she thinks in her brain the way to do this experiment is to put Coke into the balloon, somehow get the balloon into the fish, and then put Mentos in it. But it's not working. She's gone on for 15 minutes and this video is going nowhere. So finally she decides she's going to stab and open the fish. She puts the balloon in there, puts Mentos around the balloon, sews them up, hangs them up, and then stabs where the balloon is to essentially release the Coke, have it mix with the Mentos, and then have it explode. Nothing happens. None of that works.
I'm so confused.
It's the randomest thing. But if you watch the video, as weird as it is, there's a very free sense about it. It's like a kid doing a science experiment with all of the time in the world. It doesn't seem rushed. It doesn't seem ominous. It just seems like a person doing something funny and trying to
giving into mimic those intrusive thoughts. Oh my God.
Yeah. So people are like, that's weird. But then and it's also nothing like her other content. That's the only random video. Again, there's no talking, but it's just a very different vibe. But it's been deleted and no one can find it except this YouTuber that happened to find it.
Sure.
Now we're just talking about what we know about her identity, or at least what we think we know.
Okay.
So no one knows for sure, but the internet sleuths have been to work on this girl. And they think that she either was living in France or is somehow French, because in her first YouTube video, it had French in the description box. So it wasn't English, it was written in French. And then in that first video, like I mentioned, she whispered, hi everyone, welcome to my channel or whatever.
Not
But you
bonjour.
can, yeah, it was in English, but if you listen to it, it's like, oh shit, she does sound very French. It sounds like a very French person trying to talk in an American accent.
Okay.
Also, some people think that she has an eating disorder, which is what you mentioned. A lot of people think that she is a binge and a purger where she eats all this food and then she'll purge it off camera. So people are like, well, that's why her teeth are falling out.
Yes.
That's why they're rotten. That's why she doesn't want to show her face. Maybe she's ashamed. Maybe she doesn't want people in her life to know that she suffers from this. So a lot of people are like, okay, maybe she's just a random girl that has a secret, but yet still wants to be on the internet. So I'm like, okay, that's a little bit better.
That's more plausible.
But now we're going to get to my theory.
Oh, okay.
I think she is an everyday girl, not from the US. I think she either really likes doing mukbang videos. Maybe she is really good at competitive eating because it takes a very specific stomach to be able to put all that food away in a very short amount of time. So I think she was doing it. I don't think she wanted her identity known. So she wore this shitty little mask. And I think that she started seeing the comments. She started realizing that people were kind of like diving into everything she was doing and saying, because English isn't her first language, her subtitles come out weird and in broken English, which makes it sound creepy. So I think she started noticing it and she started getting a lot of followers and a lot of people commenting. And on YouTube, if you get followers and comments, you get money. So I think she was getting all this attention. She's like, I'm going to kind of play into this. I'm going to let them think whatever they want. I'm going to put in HELP. I'm going to put in SOS. I'm going to put in, I'm definitely not being kidnapped. Wink, wink.
Sure.
Because it gets you engagement, which is what you want, which is why I also think she tried to branch out and she tried to do her GoFundMe and she tried to do an OnlyFans. And I guess there's a video of her stomping on avocados. I guess that's what her content is on OnlyFans, maybe among other things. But I think she's like, enough people are so concerned about me that they're doing like tips to the FBI. They're calling in human trafficking hotlines. They're calling 911, even though they have nothing. So I bet you at least half of her 1.75 million subscribers have paid for her OnlyFans to see if she shows her face, to see if she talks, to see if she explains anything, to see if it's the same girl from the previous videos. I think she just got really lucky and found this weird little niche and she let it ride.
That actually sounds very plausible.
That's what I think.
I think that is a solid theory.
And that is Kate, the Muckbanger.
Yep. She played the internet like a fiddle, it seems.
Yeah.
You know what? Get that back, girl. Whatever works.
And reading the comments from her past videos before she went on that 3-year hiatus, every single person is like, oh my God, we need to save her. She needs to be helped. Then after the hiatus, everyone's like, oh my God, she's fucking dead. Like, this isn't her. This is another girl. Like, what happened to Kate? But then as the newer videos progress, she turned off the comments, but in like Reddit and stuff, everyone's like, I think we all got fucking played. Like, I guess this was really big last year in 2023. I didn't know that. But if you Google it, all of these different YouTubers have covered this story, which I've never heard of. So I think she was just biding her time. And then people are like, I think we all got fucking played. And
probably. Like, it would not be the first time that someone lied on the internet for attention and money. So,
right?
And I'm sure it won't be the last. That was very interesting. How did you come across that as your topic?
I was falling asleep to a Watch Mojo video. I watch a lot of their videos.
Oh,
it's a YouTube channel. And it was like 10 conspiracy theories. Anything with conspiracy theories or mysteries, I put it on just to get inspiration. And I heard it and I went, that does sound very interesting. So that's what I did.
Okay, that was a good one.
What do you want to cover next week?
I was going through the list. Like I said, I need to refresh my list, but there were 2 that I was like, oh, I have enough interest in them to consider covering. So it's either going to be, I think, covering the Bermuda Triangle or contrails, or are they chemtrails?
Oh.
So either one.
Those are both good. Yeah.
So I feel like I need to do the old fashioned flip a coin because I hate making decisions about insignificant things like this.
Sure.
Do I have a coin? I'm sure I do.
You did the last time we did that.
I know, but I don't want to have. Oh, I have the bag of camping quarters.
Oh, that's it. Like wash your hair and stuff.
Yeah. And it didn't make it to the shower while I was there. All right. Okay. So I think heads will be Bermuda Triangle, and then tails will be contrails / chemtrails.
Okay. Glorious. It's tails.
Tails. Okay.
All right.
Contrails and / chemtrails. Okay. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. So that'll be our next topic. And then that's going to take us into our Killers Quarterly, because it's time again to do that. So that'll be fun.
Do you know, you don't have to say, but do you know who you're going to cover yet?
I think I do, but I want to make sure that you aren't doing like the same one. We should probably like compare notes.
We'll discuss this after. Yes. We're done recording. Okay.
We'll take this offline.
And then real quick.
Yeah.
I know you saw, we got a Ninja Creamy.
Alex saw
it for an early birthday for me because I've been wanting one for so long, and Costco had them kind of on sale. It is glorious. We made so much ice cream and it is so lovely.
Because you can like creamy anything, right?
And there's so many videos of high protein, zero sugar. You know, you can eat the whole entire pint. And so I'm like, I have to get it on this.
Like, you can creamy a whole Fairlife, and that shit is just high protein chocolate milk, and it's delicious.
So we made a protein. It's not like following the traditional recipe, but we just made a very simple vanilla protein ice cream for Alex, and then a normal chocolate ice cream for me. And then I added in Oreos. Oh God, it was so good. You
can do mix-ins in it too?
Yeah, they like highly encourage it. It's so fun.
How much was it at Costco? I'm curious.
I think it was $175 or $275. I don't remember.
$175 sounds more like it. I certainly hope so.
It's $275 a lot, then it was probably $175.
That sounds like a lot.
Okay, I think it was $175.
Have lots of gadgets though. Your Bartesian and your
Alex is a big gadget person.
Yes, he is. And I don't have enough counter space or storage to be a gadget girl.
That is true.
And Alton Brown taught me that you should not have a bunch of single-use items. You need multi-use items in the kitchen.
To be fair, you can make ice cream, gelato, sorbet, milkshakes. It is a multi-use product. Thank you.
Okay. Your argument has been heard. Got it. I updated some clips on our TikTok for our 1-year anniversary. So we're getting a little bit of engagement there. And then I need to post some more for our most recent episode that just came out. But yes, I am trickling into the TikTok. So be sure to give us a follow. You can get snippets of the recordings of our episodes. And if you want the full length versions, you can follow us on Patreon and become a, subscriber. And then you get lots of goodies. You can see the unedited videos of us for at least half an hour or more, depending on how long they go. Our other socials, we have an X/Twitter, which you're apparently trying to get the hang of.
I don't think I'm doing it right, but I have not gotten any notifications, so that makes me sad.
Okay. And then we have a Facebook, which I don't think is doing much. We have our Instagram, which is still going to be the tried and true method of getting a hold of us. And you can also email us at crackssistersconspiracies@gmail.com should you feel compelled. But yes, with that, I will say stay cracked, y'all.
And have a great day.